Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people at Shut Door or Door Shutter, coming back to you with a brand new episode of the Direwolf20 1.21 mod pack. Today is episode 5, and I am actually Shut Door from the future. I recorded an intro for this video, but I felt like I needed to interject with a new one because this mod we're about to look at, Enchanted Blocks, is broken. Okay? As you can see, I have a furnace behind me, and this furnace is not the one that we actually make in the video and that we experiment around with. This is actually a maxed out enchanted block furnace, and this one is fantastic. It still does everything, but the problem is, with enchanted blocks, the current version of the mod, which is 0.1.3.1, which is in the Direwolf20 1.21 mod pack as of version 1.1.2. I know that's a lot of numbers, but basically the most recent version, which was released on August 10th of the Enchanted Blocks mod, still has a bug in it. I don't know if it actually pertained to other versions, but it currently has a bug in it that if you log out of the world with your enchanted block, I've only tested this with furnaces, but once you log out, this furnace will have no enchantments left on it. And once you pick it up, you will see it's just a normal furnace. I'm not 100% sure why this happens. I have reported it to the mod author because I pulled the mod independently into a Curseforge, Neoforge mod pack, only that mod, and it still broke. So what I recommend is picking this up before logging out of the world. Of course, picking it up does nothing, and you can just store it in a chest. It honestly is fantastic to do that because, of course, we still have the benefit of using it. And yeah, this is a little bit of a spoiler to what leads in this episode, but I wanted to mention that because I figured it out after spending a lot of time getting levels, a lot of time enchanting the furnace, only to realize later down the line, after losing 2 fuel canisters, oh, also, it voids fuel and fuel canisters if you actually smelt in the furnace after logging out of the world. So I figured out a lot of things. And so just break it, put it in a chest, log out of your world. I always back up before actually before placing it just in case, because I kind of let it just run with a whole bunch of ores. And then if I log out, then I can just back up and, oh, well, I lost some time. But yeah, just wanted to preface this episode with that. So I'm hoping it'll get fixed. I haven't seen any progress, but of course it's only been a few days since I actually submitted it. So hopefully we get into that soon, because I would love to just use this in a lot of different automation, and you'll see why coming up shortly. Alrighty, so I'm throwing speed 3 on this furnace, as well as block efficiency 5 and yield 5. I've actually was experimenting around with yield 5 and block efficiency 5. I put 38 raw blocks of iron in here, which is actually a recipe added by Utilitarian. So you can do a 9 to 9, basically, so you don't waste as much time. This does take a little bit of time to actually process compared to actually smelting raw iron. We actually can compare. So this is 90 seconds. This one is 10 seconds, so it 9 times it, which, whatever. That's why we put speed on here. But yeah, in that little bit of time that I used this furnace, we got like, what is that? What is the yield of that? Honestly, I don't even know if I can think of what the yield is for that. Hold on. I'm going to pull up a calculator here. So that is only 4 blocks because we put raw iron, 38 blocks in there. And we did 4. So 4, what is that? 24 divided by 4. So that's 6 per operation. That is pretty cool. Okay, but I haven't tested it with speed yet. I kind of was just waiting here. But yeah, so block efficiency is going to make this better fuel efficiency, which is actually, I believe, what the older version called it was fuel efficiency. Now it's block efficiency. And yield 5 should result in quite a bit. Man, that is smelting really quick. I would assume it's going through fuel pretty decently, but then again, I don't think it's going through as much as you would normally. Ooh, look at that. 30? This is awesome. I'm so glad I went down this path. Yes, it's going to take a little bit longer. Yes, it may take a little bit more fuel. May actually be taking a little bit less fuel in this case because we are using that fuel efficiency or that block efficiency And I don't know if the speed 3 counteracts the block efficiency. I have no idea. So that is something to probably think about. But I'm going to get another hopper here, especially because now we have the ability to do so. And I'm actually going to put one at the top so we can start feeding in a few of our other resources. And I don't know if they have the same ability, by the way, to be... what is it called? The same ability to be converted into raw block forms and then be thrown in there? No idea. I have not checked on that, but we shall see here in a second. So I'm going to quickly make a barrel for the top rather than a chest, because in that way we can just set it up here and still access it. So I've got a whole bunch of raw osmium. So can we convert this to... Okay, we cannot. Okay, so that's fine. We'll just toss this in here. We need to process that. We probably need to process the gold. We need to process the copper. The aluminum wouldn't be a bad idea, and the tin would not be a bad idea. So the gold we could probably do this with as well. And we'll confirm before we actually just send it. Okay, we can. Perfect. And I'm actually going to send the gold in first, and then the copper in second, and then everything else after. And we don't have anything like that on these. No, we don't. Okay, so just vanilla ores, it looks like. And then I'm actually going to toss the second set of gold in here as well. Okay. That should be golden. I'll probably get the other one smelted down sooner or later. Not too concerned about those right now. And we could probably get the raw iron going first, too. Okay. Yeah, this is going to result in a lot of materials really quickly. This is a good idea. Definitely, definitely. Just may take a little bit of time to get them smelted. But other than that, we should be off to the races with resources. I'm assuming we could actually probably smelt some of these raw ores I have from the Boon of Earth and probably get a decent result out of those as well. So I'm excited. I very much am. The fact that we could put even a higher version of yield on this block as well down the road once we get more emeralds is also a possibility. So I will be definitely trying to stockpile as many emeralds as possible. I do need to get a better axe. I do have a villager here that is not set to anything yet. Ooh, I was actually looking for speed 3, and I could not get speed 3, so I knew I had one over in a chest over on the other side. Now I get it. But I'm actually not going to get this enchant. I'm actually going to look for an enchant called Chainsaw, which should help us just get a little bit more trees overall. Also, Solar Radiance is actually pretty cool as well. If you don't know what Solar Radiance is, basically, you put your furnace outside, and once it's daytime, you will have the ability to smelt from the sunlight rather than from the actual fuel. I don't know how efficient it is. I'm looking at the mod page here. It doesn't really give you any specifics. So keep that in mind. I mean, if you had the Aether Dimension or potentially the Mining Dimension, which we do technically have, you may be able to put your furnace in there and actually run that off of that as well. But I'm not 100% sure if it's detecting for overworld sun. It may have some limitations, but something we could look at. Ooh, there we go, right there. So Chainsaw is an apothic enchant. I'm going to say it correctly instead of apotheosis because I'm so used to apotheosis. But we actually just go outside and we hit the bottom of a tree. I think it's the bottom. Does it matter? Let's see. Okay, bottom of the tree. Because then it just goes up from there. And we should be able to just harvest trees much quicker. I do want to get, like, efficiency and stuff on this axe. Because this is a steel axe. It's actually better than diamond and netherite, I do believe. So it's just, it's one of those things. I'm going to be harvesting up some trees to get some sticks, get some emeralds, and we will be back shortly once I have a whole bunch of resources, because that yield furnace is definitely something I'm going to try and improve as quickly as possible, because the better it is at getting us resources, the less likely we really need to look at Mechanism as of right now, when we can explore other mods, magic mods maybe, and we don't have to worry about that. So, oh, I'm excited. Very much so. Alright, letting you guys know, updating this to yield 6. And I'm actually going to put these back in here before this kicks off. And I'm not even going to show you this chest yet. Oh, I showed you a little bit. Yeah, you saw that there was like 203 iron blocks in there? Hold on. We'll see. We shall see whenever this is fully complete. I'll open the chest. I forgot that Jade showed you what's inside of the actual inventories, or whatever this one is. Is this Jade? Do we have Jade in this pack? Is that what that actually is? Or am I mistaken? It is Jade. Okay. Yeah, so I'll show you what's in the chest. Don't worry. The 203 is the current amount, and we'll see what happens after we get all of this completed. But yeah, so yield, of course, does go up to, what did I say, 7? So we could get higher, which we probably will. I want to get this as maxed out as possible just because it's so broken. Yeah. This, I would say to balance this, they need to remove yield from the apotheosis or apothic enchants. They need to make sure there's like a blacklist or something. If there is, you get rid of it, and then also make sure it's not tradable, because then that way you'd have to actually enchant your blocks to get to this point. Did you just see that? That was 6 iron blocks. This is ridiculous, man. Hold on, I gotta watch this next one. Let's see how many pumps out. And this is, of course, the last raw iron we have. So this should be a pretty good demonstration or example of what we're about to see. That was 7. That was 7 in total. Okay, so we have 231 blocks. And, of course, that's not all of them, because remember, I did take a couple out of here. So that is nuts. 231 blocks of iron. Holy cow. And look how fast this is doing this. Like, I mean, that is nuts. This is so cool. Oh, this is gonna break everything. I am so here for it, though. Okay, I'm gonna let it just smelt up the raw osmium. That is fine. Alright, I will be back here in a little bit. I'm gonna let the ores process. There's no need to go through a crusher or anything of that sort, apparently. I think we have enough iron for a little bit at least. Hopefully, right? We should. I think I'm going to look at functional storage now that we should have enough of that stuff. I do need to grab a little bit more redstone, but I might look at getting Silk Touch. That might not be a bad option for this, for the mining gadget. If I can get Silk Touch, we realistically are going to have an absolute blast of a time, but I need more slime balls. I don't know. But we've got, like, slime trees. Ooh, that'll be interesting to look at. I'll have to figure out how to get into that one. Yeah, I'll have to figure out if I can find any kind of source of slime balls. Because I know Silk Touch, for the actual mining gadget, requires some sort of slime ball. We've got resin balls, which come from blocks of resin, I do believe. But yeah, I only have 4. So I'd love to get more of those. I might be able to, like, stop by a swamp at nighttime and see if I can find that. But yeah, let me be right back. See if I can find some slime balls real quick, and hopefully I come back with some good results. A slime has been located. Nope, we got 3 slime balls. That should be enough. Okay, slash home. I was messing around with irons as well. I'm honestly enjoying this small amount of spells that we've picked up from these guys. Definitely some awesome stuff. Okay. So, this does require... Oop, that's not the right thing. Oh, I also forgot. This does have 3x3, by the way. I made that. It's just not a module that's, like, visible. You have to click that other button. I always forget about it. Okay, so I should have at least one more module. Do I have a blank module sitting around here? Doesn't look like I do. Okay, so let me make the rest of this. Golden apple, gold, blank module, blank upgrade module, and then some slime balls. Alright, Silk Touch module. Oh, I pressed the button, and apparently it's like shifted the recipe around. Okay, so we just need the modification table, mining gadget, throw that in there. And then this is toggleable. Just go in here, toggle it on and off. It does toggle off the fortune one when you enable it, but that's okay. So one of the things I want to look at here is redstone ore. So if I were to smelt this, I can get 1 piece out of this. Okay. Okay. Then I may just want to grab some as like a test. So I need to go out and grab some, because I don't really have a whole lot. I have about a stack plus 46 blocks of redstone. I want more. Also, the downfall of this furnace right now is this slot gets full real quick, and it's kind of funny. I'm actually going to swap this over to gold here, so that way we're going to start processing that up, so we'll have plenty of that. But yeah, that's one of the problems I've seen so far with it, because it just gets too full because it can't pull out enough. So if you were to get speed 3 on this hopper, I would think that would be a good option, but also you probably wouldn't want to do that too many times. Like get speed on everything, because you're probably going to start causing a lot of lag. Let's see. Do I have another speed book? I don't think I do. Okay. Dang. I'll have to find another option. I'm pretty sure I could probably grab... Like, actually just grab a pipe from pipes. What is this? I don't know what this is. Pipe connector? No idea. Okay. Yeah, let me just look into it, see if I can find a good option, because I know we have to export at the bottom. But overall, we are cruising. And just, it's so ridiculous. Okay. Alright, so we're about to start experimenting here. So, one of the things I want to look at, of course, I did add item pipe here, so we could actually transfer more than the hopper was. And this actually has fixed the issue of overflowing. But what we're going to do is we're going to throw in 5 things of redstone in here. And then after that, we're actually going to throw 10 things of diamond ore in here. And then I'm going to break 2 sets of these, the 5 and the 10, with the fortune mining gadget and kind of see where we relate. So there's that. So we'll do the diamonds as well. So let's grab our mining gadget, just letting that thing charge up. Let's turn off the range, turn off silk touch, and we're just going to get the 10 diamond ore set down, and then the 5 redstone ore. Of course, I have no extras in the inventory. We're just going to break all of this here. Kind of see where we end up, because I just think this is just a nifty comparison to kind of see where we end up with yield. So we ended up with 4 more redstone from the furnace, and holy crap, that caught me off guard. 70 diamonds. Yeah, so we're 7 timesing our ores right now. That is insane. Like, I mean, I thought it was 7 times, but I wasn't 100% sure we'd get 100% ratio every single time. But it looks like we may. Well, not really, because you got 35 redstone and you're getting 1 per, and we put 5 in there. No, that's right. That's 7 times. Okay. So genuinely, this is just toss lapis in here, for example. Like, I'm almost out, right? Like, yeah. Holy cow. So that was 10 lapis. We'll probably have 70 by the time this is done. Okay, I think I'm just going to start silk touching everything. Of course, like the stuff that can drop raw version, so like the gold, we want to break this down with fortune, because then we can fortune, we basically have the fortune plus the actual raw gold being put times however much by the yield. So yeah, this is awesome. This is definitely like an early... I mean, honestly, not even early game. I think I would carry this over to like end game. I think. Because once you get the... oh, what is it called? Iron furnace. Yeah, this thing right here, the wireless heat receiver. You could put this in this furnace with RF, and you basically have an indefinite fuel source, right? So, alrighty, we're going to get into making a farm here. I am still future shut door from the beginning of this video, but I realized I actually did not really finish this episode because I kept talking about the Enchanted Block stuff, and it's cool. Genuinely, it's cool. It's broken, but it's still useful. And you can basically do food, ores, charcoal, basically anything you can smelt, you can basically quadruple, right? Septuple in that case. And with the actual maxed out one, it's 8 times, which I don't know what the actual technical term is. I only looked up septuple. Septuple plus 1. There you go. So just keep that in mind. It genuinely is an absolutely useful thing. You can get a lot of food. I have a chest in there full of pork chops because I killed a few pigs and then smelted them. And yeah, that led to like 4 or 5 stacks. And what we're going to do is we're going to do render area, push it down, and then push it over, I believe, x-axis. Let's kind of look at this a little bit better. There we go. And we're going to increase this to 5 by 5 on the x and z axis. So this should cover everything. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab our blaze gold hoe that we did make last episode. Ooh, I did not want to place that crop. I don't know how that actually place. Interesting. Okay, and we're just going to go through this. Also, let me just quickly turn the render area off. And then that way we know where we're actually tilling. So I plan on putting sugarcane, netherwort, bamboo, wheat, and the cotton seeds down here. I'm probably going to do 2 rows of sugarcane, 2 rows of netherwort, and then the rest everything else. So, just like so. And then with, oh yeah, I forgot bamboo. Bamboo also can be grown on here, so that's not a bad thing. Just put it down the middle. I don't really need too much of it, but every so often it comes in handy. So sugarcane. And then I could build multiple farms, by the way, but right now I'm not too worried about it. I probably will in the future once I really feel like getting up to it. So I'm probably going to do... Okay, that'll work. And then 2 rows of cotton seeds. Cotton just gives a string, of course, so that's very useful at the end of the day. And this is the farm. Very simple, very easy. The other thing we can do is we can do an allow list for everything that is not seeds. It looks like I actually don't have any wheat on me. Wheat or cotton. Let me go grab some wheat and cotton, so that way we can actually put that in here. So wheat... and then cotton seeds. And of course, wheat and cotton seeds really aren't that useful. So the seeds will despawn in about 2 seconds. That's what happens whenever the actual Blaze Bloom soil harvests, is it only keeps items in the world for 2 seconds. And that's why we have the item collector just here to grab it immediately. So that is the farm. Very simple, very easy to set up. I'm actually going to place some torches. And I also forgot to grab... oh, I have cotton balls on me. Haha. I completely forgot. Anyway, let's grab some cobblestone here. And let's get a demagnetization coil placed right here. And place this to 5 by 5. And then we can just increase this to 4, just in case. And that should encompass the entire area and a little bit above it. Okay. And then that way I don't come and pick things up on accident. Also, we can throw in a stack upgrade here as well. Perfect. I'm actually going to throw a gold one. There we go. That's better. Okay. Yeah, the farm is completed. This is a fantastic farm. Probably going to make individual farms sooner or later. Honestly, I didn't know sugarcane was able to be planted on this until I saw Direwolf's video about the Blaze Bloom farm that he made. And so that is also really nifty. And the bamboo, I just assumed after the sugarcane, so... and I know we'll use the bamboo every so often for some crafting recipes, like scaffolding and stuff, if we ever need to make some. But yeah, this is the farm. And I think we're going to wrap this one up here. I know this episode was a little bit shorter than normal, but overall, I think we got plenty of things done. And there's plenty of things in the future of this series that are going to be coming down the pipeline. And I'm excited. I genuinely am. I'm still looking at our power options. I'm still looking into a couple other things. You can see I have some other plans pushed over here that will come apparent sooner or later. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a fantastic episode. Even though we had a little bit of a downer with the Enchanted Blocks, we just need to be careful. That's all we need to do. And I've been careful so far of placing it, making sure I know it's not in the world whenever I log out. So yeah, I'm hoping With Enchanted Blocks, it gets updated soon to where it fixes it, but honestly, I am not too worried about it. I will keep on keeping on, and I hope you guys keep on keeping on. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.